goes double speed. I don't think that's going double speed. I'm curious if somehow we will end up with everything going double speed. I don't know how I can go double speed, but I have absolutely no idea why the splash screen is going double speed. I'm sure Tristan will absolutely love hearing that there is another sporadic technical issue for him to hunt down. Anyway, welcome to the Tuesday stream, everyone. I am going to attempt to more often say, please like the stream, because we have been having significantly lower viewership lately, which is unfortunate, of course. And so we would rather have more. So likes are one way to help that. So if you could take the second to press the thumbs up, we would greatly appreciate it. And I apologize. I will try and say that a bunch of times. So please do that. We get to start, as always, with the most voted on puzzle. So today, that is Fillomino Sudoku by Aspartagcus, who we used to see a lot of puzzles by, but I have not done an Aspartagcus puzzle in a while. As David says, yeah, it's been a while, but Aspartagcus has definitely some memorable ones. I think Chinese coin is the one that sort of most stands out in my brain. It's like, how on earth did someone make this? Which, if you've not seen, is just a puzzle with a single very long thermo in it in the shape of a Chinese coin and no other clues. It's a very long thermo because it uses double-digit numbers. But anyway, we've got the sort of the thick borders here, as the professor would say. Alrighty, so this puzzle was voted for by David, Plonktime, Russ, David, Nell, Luda, and Doomdiat. So huge thank you to all of you for your support. And let's see if we can unravel the mysteries of this puzzle. Hey, Jay, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Is my... there we go. Okay, it's working now. This morning I was at a faculty meeting and there was a Jake Dyer presenting, and I had to do a double take to figure out what was happening. He's like, why does that sound familiar? Anyway, so we have to do normal Sudoku things. So 1 through 9 in every row and column and box. Fillomino, we have to divide the grid into regions of orthogonally connected cells. 2 regions of the same size may not share an edge. Each region must contain at least 1 circle. Circles must contain the digit equal to the size of the regions they are in. Does it say 2 regions of the same size may not share an edge? Okay. So I think this is just a 1, right? Because if this joins that or that joins that, that's a big problem. So I think we can immediately say, oops, now we need to do edge only. So I think this is our first Fillomino in the puzzle. Let me draw in the Fillomino. Because, again, this can't grow, or it would be the same digit if it grew in either direction. So this is a 1. And we'll bring out our intern, Big Zach, for the 1 dance. Big Zach appreciates, by the way, how many setters lately have been putting in digits as the first digit where he can do the dances, because he only knows a few of them so far. But he does know the 1 dance. Ba-boop-ba-doop, woo! Ba-doop-ba-doop, wah! Ba-doop-ba-doop, wee! Ba-doop, 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 wah! Thank you, Big Z. Thank you. Can Big Zach dance at 2 times speed? I think Big Zach actually tends to dance at like half the speed of regular Zach. But so maybe we could get like regular Zach at like quadruple speed or something if we continue having our bugs. So this gets the color of shame. This cell now cannot be a monomino, and so it has to grow. And this cell, if you look at it, it also has to grow, and it can't be red. The splash screen was about 32 times speed. Oh, Lord. Who knows what was happening? Okay, so this can only be 2 or 3, actually, because if you look at it... Oh, sorry, no, this could be 4, because annoyingly, I can have more than 1 circle. Uh, but each region must contain at least one circle, so we at least know we don't have any more nonnominos. I agree with Emma that this also has to be a shamomino, and this also has to be a shamomino, because that is how shame works. So we can appropriately shame those cells. Let's see. This has to grow one way. If this grows this way, I think I create a problem, right? I don't think that works. I think in the hypothetical universe where orange grows up, I think I've created a 2-3 triple in the box. Because now this is certainly 2. Oh, sorry. This just certainly is 2. And neither of these can be large. Oh, no, sorry. This one can get out of the box. Oh, but if it gets out of the box, then it blocks orange, right? Oh, no, orange can grow there. Never mind. Sorry. I don't think what I said is correct. I have to sort of like really adjust my brain to the this whole like you can put multiple circles in a box as long as you do it right. Okay, well, here's another one that I guess I know has to grow, so we can start with that because it can't be a 1. However, it can't claim any circles that it can see for sure. So in fact, actually, one of these two is red. Oh, unless this is a 2. Unless it's exactly a 2. Never mind, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, then I wanted to say that was a 2 or a 3, but it turned out to be a lie. Yeah, this circle also has to grow, but I don't know where it grows. Let's see. Right. Okay. So this also grows, points out Selena. Although I don't know. I know it's not red, but it could be purple, right? Because this could grow and be purple. Is the question if it cannot be purple? Oh, but it could be orange as well. Like, yeah, I can if I want, as Emma says, I can draw borders between circles that are orthogonally touching. Like that, and that, and that, that, that. This circle always grows down, right? Oh, maybe not, sorry. We can try and stitch. That is acceptable. So we know that these two, sorry, are these two are in the same omino. Let's see. I mean, one of these numbers is at least 5. Do I have anything I can do with that piece of information? Just by virtue of the fact that these things are like crammed in a box and none of them are 1. One of them is at least 5. Yeah, I guess pink. I think I really am comfortable saying that pink is at most 4. Could be 2, could be 3 or 4. Red, I think, can get to 5, maybe? Oh, right. And I know that pink doesn't grow to that cell, right? All right, this is Jack's observation, which is very correct, which is that pink can't join this because that would be 2 circles that saw each other. And now this circle grows. So we can go ahead and grow it. Yeah, red can't take the other circle in row 2. That is true. Uh, Yeah, I guess if purple is 2, these are both 4. Uh, yeah, if I try and sort of follow red, I can't get further out than that in red. Hey, Mixo, how are you doing? So red is also 2, 3, 4. Orange, I think, can get to 5 or even more. Oh, actually, sorry, maybe it is only 5. I don't know that orange can take anything but these cells. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. This cell definitely grows out, but I don't think orange can get bigger than 5, right? So I think this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So I agree with Selena that maybe it's smart to think about the fact that the circles from box 3 need to claim a total of a minimum of 15 total cells. And they can't get further into box 2 than this. So they have to end up claiming. So that's 10 cells. They certainly need to claim this cell, which means they also need to claim this cell. So they also need to claim that cell in order to do this. So all of this is going to have to be part of this, and that certainly can't be. So I think it's going to be those 15 are all going to have to be part of one of the ominoes that's contained in box 3. Something like that, if we sort of do that logic right. Row 4, column 8. Goes right. It takes row 3, column 9. Sure. Okay, this is assuredly also 2, 3, 4, or 5. Because of that same observation. Let's see, if this grows left, then now, yes. If this goes left, then all 3 of these are at most 3. And that doesn't work because I can't have 3 numbers that are at most 3, given that none of them can be 1. So this doesn't grow left, so it does grow down. Let's make this green. Let's see. So now orange can't be that big anymore. Oh, I guess no, that didn't actually change anything. Orange is still at maximum. Oh, orange being 5 doesn't work anymore because orange being 5 makes both pink and red 2. And I can't make both pink and red 2. That won't work. So orange can't be 5 anymore, which means we get an actual triple of 2, 3, 4, which means this is minimum 5. And because it's minimum 5, it definitely takes that cell. We know it can't take that cell. So in fact, it can't take this cell, because if it did take that cell, then it couldn't take this cell, which it has to. because we're nowhere, well, I guess we're near 5, but we're not at 5 yet. So we know we take at least that, and we certainly can't take that or that. So this is the same 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 number. Oops. Yeah, that was very cute. I liked this, and I was glad we didn't have to quite do that as globally as I was a little bit afraid we might have to. This assuredly now has to grow up in order to make my life work out. So this is assuredly a 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's orange or red. Orange can't be 4 anymore, for what it's worth. One of these two is 4. Oh, orange can't be 2 either. Orange just is 3. Because orange just can't be anything else just by these things. Do I not have conflict checker 1? I do have conflict checker 1, but for some reason it did not remove that. What if I put a 1 there? Does that... okay, it's partially working. It's probably the thing. Yeah, so one of these two is 3. These are a 2, 4 pair. And these aren't 2 anymore either, right? Because... wait, is that true? No, one of the gray lines... One of the gray line... No. Sorry. One of the gray lines goes with the 3, and one of the gray lines goes with the 4. So there are no 2s in here because we know that one of the grays needs that. Okay. Well, this grows for sure. I'm going to make that blue again. And we know that blue assuredly doesn't take that cell. Blue's going to have a hard time taking that cell. Oh, no. Blue... Oh, crap. Blue can take that cell, but it's tricky. Because blue certainly can't then take this cell, because this is also going to grow. Is the point. So we have this here. Like that also. Here like that. Okay, so this is 2 or 3 only. And so if... Oh, and this is also not very big. This is also at most 4. Because it can't take any cells with those, because I can't get out of the box. But this can get out of the box. So this has to get out of the box. Which means that this needs... Because this is now a minimum of 5, because the 2, 3, 4 triple... which means that this needs to, in fact, make it to here, because that's the only way it can be at least 5 cells in size. And so... Selena says no? There's another way? What's the other way? Oh, well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work because this isn't a 1. Which thing did I say that was wrong? Because I assuredly said something that's wrong. Oh, pink can take this cell. I see. Pink can take that cell. So pink can be 5. Because pink can do exactly that. I missed that path. But keep in mind that this also connects right. That will make my life a little bit easier when I think about this. And so, that just makes this easy. This can only be a 2 because of that. Okay, we can do this without any complicated logic. Because this connects right, this now can only be 2. It can be nothing else, because if it grows, then it's 2 circles in the same row. Okay, so I don't have to do anything complicated. So this is a 2 now. We can give this a color. Okay, so now this is a 2, this is a 3, and this is a 4. And this is a 5, and so we can blue that and fill in a 3. We can red both of those, and we can fill in the 4. We can get rid of the line. We can orange these and fill in the 3. Purple that, fill in the 2, draw in the line and the line. Okay, and now this is actually bigger than 5, so now green grows, which is helpful. And we know that green can't take this cell, so we immediately know that that cell grows. For what it is worth. Purple grows. Purple can't take that cell and can't take that cell, so purple takes these 2 and is done. Like that, which makes that a 5. Let's see. This digit is huge. Because it's not 1, 2, 3. Oh, it could be 4. Sorry, this digit could be a 4. I have never heard of CrabNet by Paltreon and MathPesto, but those are 2 names of setters whose puzzles I often do, so there is a not insignificant chance that I will work through it. What is it? Okay, this needs to grow up, whatever the case may be, of what it is. I'm going to make it orange. But this also, this needs to grow, but it could grow up. Fillomino, loop, and crabs. What are crabs? Red and yellow in box 5 can be the same. You're right. Okay, so I should not be yellowing this. That's a good point. Thank you, Carl, for saving me. Okay. Is there anywhere I can do Sudoku? I've got all my 3s over in these columns. I know there's a 4 over here somewhere. I know there's a 1 in one of these 2 cells. Seems kind of interesting. I know there's a green circle in one of these cells. Oh yeah, there's a 2 in one of these 2 cells. Yes, that's true. This can still be a line. I could make that a line as well, just so that I and demote it. This cell can't not grow down, actually. Because if this doesn't grow down, then it's either a 1 or a 3, and there's nothing else it can be. So this cell actually has to grow down, for what it's worth. Oh yeah, maybe orange could be green. No, orange can't be green because it would make this circle a 1. Let's see. So these 2 are the same. Oh, that could also be green. Right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Right, that can also be green. Right. Okay. I can draw in this border for sure. I know this needs to grow. Oh, this needs to take that cell, actually, because if this doesn't take this cell, it can only be 3 or 4, because it can't take that cell because it would repeat a circle in the box. It can't take that circle because it would join that circle. So this, in fact, always grabs that over there. So Carl's point was prophetic, as the case may be, that we needed to be careful about that. So this is... it's not 5, Kuraban points out, because it sees a 5. So this is a minimum of 6, and also a maximum of 6, if you want, because this can't join anything around it. So this just is a 6. Is this CrabNet thing on LMD, or is this like a CTC reward, or let's see. And now green grows again. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So there we go. So there's our green 7, 8, 9. CrabNet is on LMD. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me. 6 is just placed here, right? I believe so. 6 is just placed here as well. It is true, green definitely isn't 8, because it either takes these 2 and finishes, or it finishes now. Let's see. These aren't 2, 5, points out Selena. So these are 2, 5. And we actually know the order. Well, Sven does. And so these are the other 7, 8, 9. Very good. Let's see. What is left in this box? 2, 3, 4, 5 is left. 6, 7, 8, and 9. That one is not a 5 for sure. One of these 2 is a 5. One of this pile is a 5. So row 5, column 4. Okay. So, yeah. So, Matt Laffey's point is that, well, actually, we could even be specific about which one, because this has to grow. So Matt Laffey's point is, yeah, even easier, actually. This grows, so it can't grow there, because that would repeat the thing in the box and can't grow there. And so this is a 1. Let's see. This is now either going to stop. This is going to grow down for sure. And never take that cell. This is now a 4, or is huge. Row 9, column 5 grows. That's true. As does this one. And this one can't be a 2, so it grows again. These can't touch because they'd be in the same row. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't fill in this line. The dashes are tricky. But I can't cross through that because those 2 circles are in the same box. So this needs to grow over to here. And I need to remember it's not done yet, because it sees 3. This grows as well. And it doesn't grow there, and it's not that. So now the blue actually takes that cell. This just can't grow anymore at all. So this is in fact a 2. Can gray that. This needs to grow. This is almost assuredly a 4, because if it is larger than 4, it needs to be huge. But there's no saying it isn't going to turn out to be huge. It just it's unlikely at this point. This cannot be a 2, for what it's worth, or a 3. So this is a minimum of 4 for whatever that is worth. If it takes this cell, then it also takes that cell. Someone in chat is about to tell me that's broken. I can just feel it. Let's see. 3 looking down here. Let's see. Carl says this can't be 4. Oh, because it's going to take a circle that can't be 4. So Carl is telling me that if it takes this, it's broken, right? Because if it takes this, it now just can't take anything other than that, and so it's 3 or a 4, so it's broken. So Carl has convinced me that in fact, I don't know it's not a 2. I just know it doesn't take that cell. Oh no, I do know it's not a 2. Sorry, I do know it's not a 2. And I know it's not blue as well. And I also know it's not a 3. And I know it's not a 4 now. Let's see, it's assuredly not taking that cell. See. Yeah. If blue is not 4, then blue is at least a 7. And the problem with blue being at least 7 is that then it makes this 4, which we know it isn't. So just by Sudoku, blue would grow too big and would force this to be a 4, which it cannot be. So blue is just 4. Okay, so that means that what is left in this column is 2, 7, 8, 9. It's not a 2. I honestly thought that would do more. Let's see. I know there's a 1 in one of these 2 cells, for whatever that is worth. Guess if this takes this cell, it also takes those 2, because every omino has at least 1 circle. Oh, this digit is a 5, 7, 8, or 9. I can fill in because it goes there. 9 is too many, right? Maybe I can get to there. Yeah, maybe it could be 9. It is true. Row 4, column 3 does grow. There is a 2 over here somewhere. Right. It doesn't take another circle in this box, so we can immediately corner those off. So this can be a 2 or, and let's see, Garion says it can't take this cell. It can't grow up and be this big. Or sorry, that's Heliopolis saying it can't grow that big. Is it because of how these two interact? Am I like breaking every combination? So can't be 4 because it sees a 4. If it was a 5, this would be a 6, but we know it's not. It can't be 6, and if it's 7, yeah, that's sort of that's very Casey, very very Casey. But I agree, yeah, it can't be anything larger than 2 or 3. Let's see. Oh, and it's not 3, because if it's 3, then that circle would also be 3, and it's not. So this just is 2. So we can give this thing a color like that. Okay, so this now grows for what it is worth. This does grow, but I don't know if it grows up or down immediately. I guess I now know that this isn't 9, right? Because the most that this can take, since it can't take that cell, the most this can take is now actually 7. So this is only 5 or 7. Good point from Kurabon. This circle now is not 2 anymore, so it grows. Couldn't it be larger if it's if it takes this cell? Yeah, if there's a border here, then these two add to, or sorry, these two add to 10. So if this is a 5, I need this to actually also take that cell, so that, and possibly something below it, but this can grow quite a bit. Oh, by Sudoku, this can only be 3 or 5. Let's see. Can't be 1, can't be 2, could be 3, can't be 4, could be 5, can't be 6. I'm not immediately seeing why it can't be 7, 8, 9. Oh, I see why it can't be, because it looks at this 7, 8, 9 triple. Very good. Yes. So it would rule whatever 7, 8, 9 was in here out of all 3 of those cells in that 7, 8, 9 triple. Right. So this is 3 or 5. Yeah, I guess maybe the other way to see it is it ends up in that row. Is maybe how I would more often see that. But yeah, that's cool. Let's see. I'm trying to see, like, if it's 5, then that cell's 5, but I don't know that that does anything interesting. Ah, yes, yes, yes. The fact that these two are the same means it goes there. So this is the same 5, 7 that goes there. Uh, uh, I guess I know one of these two cells is 2 just by the row. Uh, right. Okay. So, uh, Joel points out that this always goes left because if it doesn't go anyway, then it can't be a 2. And oh, right, 2 can't go in the circle. Thank you. 2 has to go here because that would repeat the thing. Sorry, but to finish Roland's point, and if it goes this way, we know it can't be a 4 anymore, so it has to grow. And so in all cases, it grows here, which extends that, which then lets me extend this gray, which then makes this a 3. And we can give this a color. It can be red. Let's see, I'm parsing Kurban's point that if green isn't 7, you can't put 7 in box 9. Yeah, that's the green that would be in box 9. For what it is worth. This is at least 4. Let's see. So what is this? This can only be 4 if it goes straight up. So just by Sudoku, this cell is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if it's 4, it can't take this cell, and so it has to grow up like that, and then we end up in the 4, 5 world. Otherwise, it does take this cell below it. Right. This thing we can actually actually wait. Can we grow this more? I can grow this now. That's handy. Oh, growing this is huge. Okay. Growing this actually tells me that this is a 3. Oops. Sorry, it's a 3, so all of those can be red. I can get rid of that. Right. This is always going to grow larger, is Amnasti's point, because, well, it's currently a 3, but if it grows backwards, it can't only grow backwards because this still can't be that size. So this always ends up growing over here, which is going to create that bar. So this one's going to grow, create that bar. So this one now grows. Okay. Oh no, the poor 3s. This is also at least 4. Oh, I do know that this isn't 2. If I look over there, I know that this isn't 2. So this grows. I think this still needs to grow, actually. Because if it doesn't grow, it can only be 4 or 6. Oh, 4 is maybe possible. Is this allowed to be 4? Maybe it's allowed to be 4. Might be. We will have to fix the 5 being green at the end of the puzzle to make the world a better place. I don't think I know that this and this aren't the same. I think they very well could be the same. I do know one of these two's a 1. One of these two's a 4. Let's see. I'm trying to look at Sudoku on digits until something happens. I do know that these are from 5, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it's worth filling that in. I guess I know one of these 2 exactly is a 3. Okay, so if this doesn't take the circle, then I'm looking at a sum to 9, and it's going to have to be 5, 4. Oh, let's see. Heliopolis says these are from 5, 7, 8, 9. Row 8, column 6 isn't 7. Because if it is, a 7-omino touches a 7-omino. Got it. Yes, that's true. I think I believe this point about this always growing, but it feels messy to me as currently articulated. So I'm going to hold off until I either get desperate or until I decide that it's not actually as messy as I think it is, which are both things that happen a lot. Yeah, okay, so here's my proof that I don't love, but I think is good enough. In one world, these don't connect to the thing below, in which case they sum to 9 and they have to be 4 and 5. In every other world, this is at least a 5 or a 7 itself, in which case then, of course, they sum to a minimum of 12, and in which case, because 5 plus 7 is 12 is y. And so in that world, then this connection does make this go down. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It does make this grow down here like that immediately. Let's see. Okay, so one of these two grows. Actually, neither of them can be 5. So one of these grows at least twice, actually. Because these both are sort of currently sitting at 4, and they obviously can't both stay at 4, but neither of them can be 5. Neither of them could be 6 either. So one of these actually grows to be at least 7. My proof actually guaranteed that this goes down one further even, because I said it's at least 12, is what I said in the case where these two connect. And so my math actually proved something better than what I actually marked. Of course, this could still be a 9 if it does something like that, probably. Oh, are you marking these circles? Because they can't be 1 or 2 or 3. Can be 4. They can't be 5. They can't be 6. They could be 7, 8, or 9. And so one of these always takes this cell, or one of these ends up taking that cell. But unfortunately, it could be that it's that one. That is true. I do agree that that assessment, that's not hard to see, is that this always takes this cell. Because in the two universes, either this is 5, in which case it can't be that 5, because that would create a nominal with no circle. So it's that 5. Or it's 7, in which case, hey, it's that 7. It is true. One of them has to be a 4. That is a good spot from Garion, because one of them takes this and the other gets cut off. And even if this is the one that does the cutting off, it does force this one to be 4, because even by joining up forces with this, it can't get to a 7, 8, 9 number. So it is true. There is a 4 in one of these cells. So there's a 4 in one of those cells. I don't yet know that this isn't a 1 or this isn't a 1, I don't think. Why can't one of these be 2, Eckbert? Or sorry, why can't one of these be 1, Eckbert? Or are you saying one of them has to be 1? Can neither be 1, I see. Let's just pencil mark them. So they can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, this one can't be 4, because as soon as this one grows, it's bigger than 4. So have that. Okay, so and this one also can't be 6, because once it grows, it sees a 6. So this is from 1, 7, 8, 9. this has a little more flexibility. So I guess if I want this to be terribly large, it needs to take that cell. If neither if neither of them is 1, then this takes that cell and becomes huge, and then this grows up like that, right? Yeah, this can't be 8 because if it grows into that cell, and then it becomes a 7, 9. The point is it forces this to be a 5. So yeah, so if this is not a 1, then it's at least a 4, and it takes those cells, and the point is that has made this a 5, and it can't be a 5. Okay, that's pretty complicated, but I see it. So yeah, so I don't know if it does anything, but one of these is definitely 1. It seems like the kind of thing that would be useful to know. So now we know one of those is a 1 for what it is worth. That one exactly is a 1, actually. Oops. So that lets us Sudoku that 1. Which then lets us backwards Sudoku that 1. Okay, so now these are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, not 5. Sorry, there's already a 5 in the box. So let's see. So that's a 7, 8, or a 9. One of these is a 4. We already kind of knew, I think. I'm being told I can now look for the 1 in column 3. I can. That's pretty tricksy, but those C1 by Sudoku, and these C1 by Sudoku, and that sees 1 from the corner mark, so this is the only place a 1 can actually go in this column. So yeah, one of these two is 1, but I don't think that does anything. Let's see, we've got this 1, 2, 3 again. I don't think row 8, column 2 can go up. Yeah, the beginning of the puzzle is so smooth. The end here is a little rough. See, because it either makes 2 sections that touch 4 or connects, but then the circle can't go in box 2. Okay, I'm trying to parse Sarah's point here. So if this goes up, then this is a 4. And this is a 2 or a 9. But then this has to grow. I think Sarah's point is if it does connect with this, then these two circles are the same, and that digit can't be placed in box 2. Which is, I think, true. So these actually can't connect, despite my fantasizing about it, because if these connect, that digit definitely isn't going in box 2. So the question is, can these right? And so if this goes up, that is a 4, and then they do connect. Okay, yeah. So I see that. So yeah, if this goes up, this is a 4, which means this isn't a 4, so it does grow, which means then that thing doesn't fit in box 2. Whew, that's rough. So this does not grow like that. Okay, so we don't know which connects to this, but we know whichever of these things does connect to this cell, it keeps going. So we've got that. So this definitely connects over here because it will be at 5 cells, and none of these things can be 5. And in fact, it'll have to keep growing from there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so yeah, if it were this one, we could have it connect like that, and I think that would be okay. So I think everything's fine there. Let's see. Garian says there can't be a border here, which I think is pretty big if that's true. Because if there's a border here, then the problem is that these two things are huge together, and they can't get out of the border. And so we would have this thing plus this would be 7 cells at most. And I'm guessing Garian's point is 1/6 doesn't work, and you can just sort of slowly torture out the options. Yeah, that is exactly So these two being separated sort of locks in these 7 cells, and that is bad because you end up with a 1 and a 6 ultimately as a result of that. So now this thing can't connect up because these 3 are connecting to one of the 4s, and that would be 10. So that doesn't work. Okay, and so now that backs up because now this has to connect up because if it did not, we would be in trouble as far as getting to 5, 7, 8, 9. Oops. Okay, and so now the absolute maximum that this can get to is 7. So this can't be 8 or 9. So we actually have a 5, 7 pair in the row, which now gives me a 9 here. So we can have all of our 9s. And so that means, oh, in fact, actually, I get one more 9 out of that. So we have that and those. It hurts my soul just a tiny bit to be able to repeat digits within Omino's. I will be honest, but it is it is a cute sort of variation that I have not, in fact, seen before. Well, these two can't connect, right? If these two connect, oh no, sorry, it can connect. These two can connect, and then it'll just have to connect down with. Oh no, sorry, these. Is this border real, or is that border fake? It is real, I am being told. Okay, so that means that these, if the vertical border is real, then these can't connect because it would violate that. It is a true border. Okay, so now, this is certainly a 1 now. If you look at this, and look at the options, so it can be appropriately shamed. There is 1. Okay, so this grows. This now has to be a 4. So it can be an orange of fournessness. So now that means that's a 4. So it can be an orange of fournessness. So that's also a 4. Okay, and so now this thing tangles down through there. And so now these are both 8 if you want. This can be a red of 8-ness. So, and what is an 8 but 2 4s anyway? So really, like, these shouldn't be allowed to touch. I think that's that's like 8 4s touching. Let's see. So, oops. So that's a 7, 4, 8. 8 over there. Got that over there. Let's see. That's not an 8. That's not a 7. That's not a 7. That's not an 8. That's not an 8. Okay, well, this is not a 9, so this can only be a 5 or a 7 by the column. Oh, this 8 sees that cell, so that's a 2. That's an 8. That sees that 7 as well, so these are a 5-9 pair, and that one's not a 9, so that's a 5, and that's a 9, which seems to have made those 7. So this omino is finished, and it can get the orange of 7-ness. So we can do that. And then this is now a 5, so it can get the green of 5-ness. Let's see. And so there we go. Okay, so that is a 5 and a 7 and a 5 and a 7. Let's see. This is a pair of something. 6 and 9, it looks like. This is a 7 or an 8, and it's a 7, actually, if you look. This is a 4. Looks like it. I thought for sure it was going to yell at me when I tried to put in a 4. 6 and 9 go in these cells, but this one has an 8-9 pair looking at it, so that's the 6 and that's the 9. This is the other one, which I've said I think is a 4, but is apparently not a 4. I would mark, except mark doesn't work right in this puzzle. This is a 2, I think. It's because of how the borders between the regions came in is a little bit weird. 2, let's see, these are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, and 7. So that is a 6, a 3, and a 7. Hello, honey. How are you?
Hello.
You will enjoy the fact that the credits are now playing at 32x speed, apparently.
What?
2, well, that one's the 2. 3, 4, 5, apparently. 5 and 4. I thought it was only doing that for me. I didn't think it would actually do that for people, but it turned out it actually does that for people. So that's a new feature that we can look into. Let's see. That seems to be a 1. This is an 8 or a 9, and it's a 9 out of those. So that is an 8 and a 9 and a 6 and a 9. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's put in an 8th 4. An 8. We'll put in an 8. It whispered to me that it wants to be an 8. I'll give that a heart. The ending there was a little rough for one bit, but then it picked up again, and the sort of like the actual end was really nice. There was like 15 minutes of stuck in there where we didn't find anything nice and sort of made our way through by doing horrible things that I'm not quite exactly sure what we were supposed to do. But But other than that, it was very nice, and I believe there's something nice here. Okay, let's try and make everything the same color, shall we? So we'll make the 2s yellow. We'll make the 5s green, of course. We can make the 3s red. Are all the 3s already red? No, this 3 is trying to sneak off. We'll make the 4s purple, as is, I guess, kind of tradition. Is that the only 4? No, I think there was another 4. There's another 4 as well. Okay, we've got the... Oh, there's a blue 3. Oh, no. Oh, there's a blue 4, too. Oh, blue is being a real problem. Let's see. There we go. So we've got green 5. Okay, so now do we even have any 6s? We do have a 6. Okay, so it can be the color that we have not used yet, which is orange. Okay, and now 7s. Oh, sorry, that's not a 7. This is a 7. 7s can be Rust Bucket. Actually, Rust Bucket looks a little too much like red to be next to it, so we're going to make it Simon's Sweater instead. And then 8s. Feel like a human flesh sort of vibe to me. And then the 9s. Oh, did we skip blue somehow again? How did we skip blue? We'll make it blue. Right. I was thinking, okay, well, I've got 6 real colors to use for 6 sizes, and I thought I'd used 6, but I'd also used the not real color for the Shame Ominos because they're ugly. And so I missed. So I did have a color left over that I should have hunted for. But anyway, 9 can have the blue. So there we go. I think this is a Casey-approved color scheme for our things. All right. I'm going to take a quick break, give Tristan a big hug, and I'll be back with another puzzle while Tristan curses at this thing for going really fast. So I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Uh, as I noted at the beginning of the stream, but there are more of you now. I'm going to make a bigger push. Please give the stream a thumbs up if you have not. We have been seeing a significant decline in viewers, and I'm going to guess. I mean, I know how charming I am, so I'm sure it's not about me. I'm guessing it is a YouTube algorithm issue. So if you could take the second to give the thumbs up, it will help people find how awesome and wonderful I am, and also the penguins who support me. So I greatly appreciate you doing that. Apologies for repeatedly harassing you with YouTube warnings. But anyway, we can jump back into this. By the way, someone in chat asked if I was going to do this crab puzzle by Math Pesto, and having now skimmed the rules, yes, I will certainly do the crab puzzle by Math Pesto and Paltreon. I'll just have to be sure I get it added to the bucket. But this looks like exactly my speed. I usually wait until something is at least rated on LMD, not universally, but sometimes. Well, welcome, Thames. Thank you for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. Okay, so last time we did an awesome Itrio loop puzzle. So I grabbed this in a crop key far, far away. But yeah, crabs in a bucket. Yeah, I've been to Joe's Crab Shack and ordered a crab or bucket of crabs or whatever, a crab of buckets, one of those. 50-50. Also, apropos of nothing, I will mention that I have really been enjoying the 80,000 Hours podcast lately. They tend to have like 2 or 3 hour discussions about very interesting things. So most recently I bring this up because I just finished listening to a 3.5 hour episode about fish and what fish thinking is like. So anyway, if you're at all interested in a very wide array of discussions about nerdy things, I would recommend it. So that is the 80,000 Hours podcast. So that is my plug of thing I have been enjoying. Okay, so we need to divide the grid into galaxies, regions of one or more orthogonally connected cells, such that every cell is part of exactly one galaxy. Digits may not repeat within a galaxy, and each circle belongs to exactly one galaxy, and that galaxy is rotationally symmetric about it. So that is the typical spiral galaxy word. So for example, just to show you what that looks like, I could have this galaxy and it is rotationally symmetric about this center, but I could also, I suppose, do something like that. Notably, because I can't repeat digits, I can't do any huge galaxies like you could in some versions. A circle within a cell contains a digit equal to the size of its galaxy. Wonderful. A circle on the edge of two cells acts as a crop key dot. Digits separated by a white circle are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 2-1. Okay, so okay, each circle. Oh, shrink the zeta. Sorry. Okay. I was briefly terrified that somehow I had to distinguish between black dots that were spiral galaxy black dots and black dots that were not spiral galaxy black dots. But no, all dots are spiral galaxy dots, except the circle at the center. Okay, and last we have this diagonal thing. A circle in the corner of 4 cells acts as a diagonal dot. Digits diagonally connected by a white circle must be consecutive, and digits diagonally connected by a black circle must have a ratio of 2-1. Okay, so I guess we can start by looking for 579s. I guess we can't quite find any 579s there. I'm checking to see. Oh, yes, I can here. These are 579. So those are 579 because those are the only digits that can't go on black dots. But I have to have 3 digits in here that can't be on the black dot, so that is a thing. Okay. We can, I suppose, begin sort of like giving galaxies their colors. Is every cell part of a galaxy? Yes, every cell is part of a galaxy. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's going to have to be part of a... Oh, it could conceivably... Oh, no, it can't be part of that galaxy. So yeah, this can only be part of the red galaxy. Because if it's part of the yellow galaxy, then that galaxy has too many cells. And if it's part of this galaxy, that galaxy intersects with this galaxy. So this is definitely red, which means because of the rotational symmetry that is definitely red as well. Now, this can't be red, because if this was red, then that would be 8 cells in red. I couldn't add any more cells to red, but red isn't connected. So that's yellow and that's yellow. Now, if I'm putting borders, I know that that's a border, so I know that's a border, and I know that's a border, so I know that's a border. Right, and I know the top is a border, so this certainly isn't yellow. And I know those are borders. Oh, and this can't grow there, because if it grows there, there is a problem, which is that the galaxies overlap. So that means it doesn't grow there either. I need to border the border before someone tells me that I haven't bordered the border. There we go. Now no one can tell me I haven't bordered the border. And so now this is red. And so this is red. Okay, and so now red is done, because it can't get any larger. And so now this must be blue, and this must be blue. But now transferring the borders of blue is done. Tristan would like me, I think, to mark that this is a completed galaxy before it's even really gotten a chance to start galaxying. Because it can't grow in any direction. This is green, and now all of these cells have to be green because they can be nothing else. And so now these cells are green, and we can finish that. Selena will immediately tell me to use law of leftovers to place that this digit is the same as that digit. So we can catch up them in advance of Selena pointing it out. So that's because this green digit has to go in this box somewhere. We can continue this game over down here, Malcor points out, because if I now ask where this goes, it just comes over here. And now we know that this can't go up, it can't go that direction, and it can't go this direction, and it can't go that direction, so this is done. We can go ahead and blue this, and now this is done for much the same reason. And now this is yellow for much the same reason. We'll go ahead and make this one purple. And purple is immediately done because of this running into it at the bottom. So basically you can enclose it around sort of an envelope around the side. Let's see, we can make this green. And so that can't be green and that can't be green, but green can grow if it would be so inclined. I think this is going to end up being part of that, but we'll go ahead and we'll mark this galaxy first because that's completely surrounded. Let's see, we can mark this, you can make this orange. Means this is restricted, and in fact this one comes over here. Let's see, this again is done. This is also done. and so these are orange. Oops. So these are orange and these are orange, just because they need to be part of something. Okay, so this now is definitely part of this because it can't be part of anything else. So that all is in one galaxy, and that galaxy also has that in it, and it can't grow any more than that. Let's see, that is going to be yellow. That finishes that. Oh, is the big circle a galaxy center? It had better be, because we have, sorry, I thought it just said big circles are the size of the galaxy. Oh, it does say each circle belongs to exactly one galaxy. Okay, so yes, so sorry, you're right. Yep, the big circle is not actually part of it. The big circle doesn't join something. And so, in fact, the big circle is just by itself. The big circle is a shame galaxy. This can still be yellow. And that all happens like that. So now we know that green takes exactly these, like that. And now this last galaxy is just a galaxy, because what else is it going to be? Okay, great. Well, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after... Oh, I'm being told that I have to fill in digits. So that one's 1 by definition, and so we can bring out Big Zach for the 1 dance. Ba-boop-ba-doop. Woo! Ba-doop-ba-doop. Wah! Ba-doop-ba-doop. Wee! Thank you, Big Zach. Thank you. Our intern, everyone. Thank you. Okay, so we do know that this is 4, 6, or 8, as may have been noted earlier. These 2 digits are over here somewhere. Let's see. The 1 in this box is in one of these spots. Okay, let's see. I was going to look at things. Let's see. Yes, green circle in box 1. Thank you. Yes, green circle in box 1, because that was the whole point of green circle, was that green circle is the same 5, 7, 9. And so green circle ends up here, so it ends up in one of those cells. For what it is worth. This 579 in row 4 is in one of those 3 places, is funny. These 2 digits go over there somewhere. Oh, column 5 now, thanks to the black dot, has another 579 triple. Garion points out. Good. We looked at that at the beginning, but we missed that when we put the 1 there, that actually did resolve that these are a 579 triple. So this 579 in this box... Oh, I guess, sorry, that's not quite true. Okay, so there's 2 579s. Where do these 2 579s go in box 5? And the answer is they have to go there, right? So one of these is green circle, but I don't know which one. let's see, and one of these is 5, 7, or 9 for what it is worth. Let's see. Of course, this 579 is different from that 579. Let's see. What else you do? Like, I know that one of these is 5, 7, is the green circle 579. And one of these is the green circle 579. Yes, that's true. This, just by geometry, Garian points out, this digit goes on this dot. So this digit in particular is not green circle. This is green X 579. And it goes in one of these two cells. So these are a 579 and a 68. So one of them is green X. Sorry, 468. Yes, okay. So if this, so this in box 1 goes in one of 3 places. And so obviously one option is that it is green circle. But what's wrong with it going in the other 2 places? That I don't quite see. Oh, it's because these 2 are the same as these 2. I see. So, Carl is looking at, so Carl is looking at the fact that these 2 are the same as these 2. And noting that in particular, this cell actually sees both that cell and that cell. So this cell's in red in box 1, so it's not there. Therefore, this, by virtue of that, if this cell isn't that cell, this cell is green circle. I feel like there's got to be better ways to use words to say that, but here we are. Okay, so now green X is one of these 2 in yellow. Oh, wait, sorry, that's not true. Sorry, one of these is green circle, but I don't know which one. Melkor pointing out that this cell, we know where it goes in box 1. Namely, that cell goes there in box 1. Which is very nice, although I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, these 2 are the same, but I don't know if it's X or not. Which is why I'm not marking it yet. But these 2 are the same, I agree. I could un-X this, but knowing that this X was not circle was a huge deduction that I did not want to lose immediately. I can flash them just so that we remember it. We'll be naming them after chat members in no time at this rate. And so, yeah, one of those two is gray, and one... Oh, actually... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, that one can be the green circle one. That's the annoying part. One of these two is green circle. Yes, okay, yeah, this one, that's right. This 579, Garion points out, in box 9, it has to go on this white dot. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This also has a 579 on it. So this one is there, and this one is there. And so the other 579 has to be in one of these 3 cells for what that is worth. Let's see, Emma's saying this can't have an 8 because then this would be 4, 8. And we'd have to use 6 twice on this, and we certainly can't use 6 twice. So yeah, so I agree that this is now 1, 2, 4, or 3, 6. Let's see. I feel like we're missing one little piece here to link all of these 579s up. Oh yeah, you... Yeah, so where are 3 and 6 in here? Yeah, so 3 and 6 are either both on here or neither of them are on here, but Selena's point is 3, 6 on here doesn't actually work, because if these were 3, 6, then these would be 6, 3, and you can see that there's a problem. We don't want to make Sven mad. So 3, 6 in this box are actually definitely up here, which means that these are 1, 2, 4, 8. That one's certainly not a 1. And so where is the other 3, 6 in column 5 is the question. Because I can't put a 3, 6 here. I can only put one 3, 6 here. So this digit's always a 3, 6 by Selena's point. So these are a 3, 6 pair, if I understand the world correctly. Yeah, okay, yeah. These can't be a 1, 2 pair for a similar reason, which is that this is 1, 2, then both of these are 2. And if these are 8, 4, then both of these are the same 4 or 8. So, so these can't be 1, 2, and they can't be 4, 8. So there's a 1 or a 2 on here, and there's a 4 or an 8 on here. And if you figure out what is the way that I can add one pair of black that uses 1 of 1, 2 and 1 of 4, 8, then you get Emma's point, which is that these are 2, 4, 3, 6. Which means that this is an 8 and a 1, which makes that a 4 and a 2. Silly. Okay, so there's no 2 there, which means there's no 4 there. Yes. Now we're 3 and 6 in column 6. Very good. So now this is a 3-6 pair, Kurabon points out, because I can't repeat 3-6 in the box. None of these are 3-6s. And that means one of these is 3-6, but if one of them is, they both are. Okay, so now there's certainly a 1 and a 4 over here, at the very least. Yes, 3 in box 9 now, Garion points out, is not in any of these cells, and it's not in blue. So now it's on this dot, which means, again, we get a 3-6 pair here, which now tells me that none of these are 6, for what it's worth. So that tells me the 4 and the 8 are definitely used in this mess, because I need 2 evens, which tells me that these digits are the other 5, 7, 9, and then the 1 and the 2. So in particular, if I then look at what that tells me back over in this box, that means the 1's not in here. So the 1 is vertical because it's not there either. The 2 I'm not quite sure of yet. Oh, yes, this black dot sees 2, 4, so it is 3, 6. Thank you, Emma. Okay. So now this white dot has an 8 on it, because it needs an even digit, and so that digit is an 8. So that's 1, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so I now have a 1, 2, 3 triple left in the column. Because if you look down the column, I now have only 3 spots that can possibly be 1, 2, 3, and that one's the one that's 1. And now these are a 2, 3 pair. Okay. 4 is definitely on this white dot, I see. Just by Sudoku. Yeah, this can't be 3. That's the point. If I put a 3 here, then I can't put a 2 in this box at all anymore. That's the point. If this is a 3, the 2 can't go here, so now it's on the white dot, but it doesn't have a 1 or a 3 to be next to. So this isn't a 3, it's a 2, and that's a 3. Okay, so we know that the 4 and the 6 have to be in here, because I need an even for each of the white dots across the diagonal. And that gives me a Zackwing on 6s in these 2 columns. So there's a 6 in column 7 and a 6 in column 8 here. So the 6 in column 9 gets pushed up to there. So that's a 6, meaning it's next to a 5 or a 7. Meaning that those aren't 6. And so if those aren't 6, that means these aren't 3. We'll do that like that, I suppose, although maybe I should have left it there. So yeah, so one of these is 6 now. So one of these is 3. Ah, yes. The other green circles aren't 9 either. Good. Let's see. Row 6. Ah, yeah. Row 6 has a 3-6 pair. That is a good point. So one of those is a 6. I don't... That tells me that one of these is a 5 or one of these is a 7. But I don't have quite as much I could do with that. Chat is struggling with 1s, apparently. Let's see. I think they might have found that this is 1 by Sudoku, so that's a 1. And then I can get rid of my red circles conveniently. Okay, so this is, 5, 7, or 9 now. Yeah, this is 5, 7, or 9. So this is another of our 5, 7, 9s. In fact, if you look at it, these are a 5, 7, 9 triple in a bizarre oblique way, because these two are different and they're both not green circle. Which means that if I pencil mark this cell actually sees a 5, 7, 9 triple. So this cell is never 5, 7, or 9, and it's also not 1, 3, 6, or 8. So this cell is only 2 or 4. Oh yeah, and Ron says, because I know one of these two is the gray splash, I should, by the way, mark that I know that gray splash is over here somewhere. Because one of these, no, sorry, that's not true. Sorry, those two are gray flash. Sorry, I know that this is also gray flash. I have just not yet identified how X and gray flash are related. The 8 in this row is either going here or it's going on this, both of which would be kind of interesting. Yeah, okay. Admiral Malcor's pointing out this can't be a 1-2 pair because it would put both 1 and 2 in this cell. So these are from 2, 4, 8, which means they definitely contain a 4. That one's never a 1. So that one is the 1, and that 4 looks over and at least tells me that cell isn't 4. All right, the 7, 9 here is the other 7, 9. It's that 7, 9. I mean, I guess I know that these are certainly from 5, 7, 8, 9. Giving me a quad in the column, because these two go there. So that's a quad. Oh, which means that this is a naked single. This is a naked single 2. Yeah, this is a naked single 2, which is very nice. Okay, so that's a 2. I think Garion was also placing that 2, but in a way that was probably easier than the way that I did it. Okay, so this white dot can be 4, 5, or it can be big. Those are the options. 4, 5, or 7, 8, 9, because it doesn't have a 6 on it. See, I do know where 3 of the evens in this box are, if I just sort of hunt. I don't think that's hugely helpful. I do know that these 2 digits go over here, so it's possible one of these is 2, 4, 8. I guess I funnily enough know that neither of these digits is 1. And so none of those are 1. So one of these digits is 1. And it's not that one, of course. I just did in the most convoluted possible way. I just found that there's a 1 in these two columns. So this one is in this column. Uh, uh, last 579 in row 3. Yeah, so this is the one that's not gray. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go on the black dot, right. So, yeah, so this is the gray 579. Thank you to Ron there. I was slower on the uptake than even usual there. Yeah, so we've got this 579 in the row is there. So those two are the same. This one is in one of those two cells. And it's in either one of those or that cell over here. I know there's a 1 up here just by Sudoku. So these numbers are bigger than 4. I mean, they're at least 4, I should say. So they could be 4, 5, or they could be 7, 8, 9. Those are, again, the options. Oh, I have a really funny thing about where 1 and 2 can go in this column, don't I? I have a 1, 2 hidden pair in this column. Because these can't be 1 or 2. Those can't. That can't. And this cell, importantly, can't because there's a 3 down there and a 1 corner marked up here. So these are the only cells in the column that can, in fact, be 1, 2. So here is here's your ridiculous 1, 2 pair of hidden 1, 2 pair of the day. Uh, uh, 3 in box 6 is up here. Right. So 3 is up here, and the 3 needs to white dot the 4. Is the point. So this is actually, sorry, so this is actually a 3, 6, an honest 3, 6 pair. And the 6 is with a 5 or a 7. So this is 4, 5, 7. Down here, there's definitely a 4 on it. And the 5, 7. Oh, do I know there's a 5, 7 in here? No, I know there's an 8 in here, right? Yes, yes, yes. Where is green circle in row 5 is Selena's question. And the point is this green circle actually sees both of those cells. And I also have green circles looking down on these cells. So the only place for green circle is this one. Oh, sorry. And it's green circle, so it's only 5 or 7, actually. So green circle in box 8. Do I know anything about green circle in box 8? Oh, sorry, this is box 8. Yes, so green circle in box 8. I know where it is. Right. The other box 8. This box 8. Yes, so it's not that one, and we previously proved it's not that one, so it's that one. Okay, and this, so this one is not gray circle. Yeah, so gray is X. So if you look at this, where does gray flash one go? Gray flash one has to go on top of the X. So gray flash is X. Okay, so we can get rid of the somewhat abhorrent flash and just X these. And then we can go ahead and we'll say orange circle the other one. Why not? Oh, there's one more. And so that one can be the orange circle one. Green circle in box 9. It's not there. Okay, so yeah, this is green circle. Good. Over here, so this is 5 or 7 only. 4, 8, or it's only 5 or 7. That's not 4 or 8. This is 4 or 8 because we already know it's not 6. And so I think that gives us Garian's point that this isn't 5. Oh, no, sorry, it doesn't tell us it's not 5. Oh, now my 4-8 looks up for what it's worth. So my 4-8 looks up at this and says that's not an 8, so that is an 8 over here. And so now one of these two cells is an 8. Do I know anything about that? Like, do I know that this isn't an 8 for some reason? I don't think I know that's not an 8. Oh, Ron has found green circle in box 6. So green circle is there. Which actually places a 4, if you like, which then places a 3 and a 6, and a 3 and a 6 over down there. Remember when this was a spiral galaxy puzzle? Let's see. Digits don't repeat in the galaxies. That's the only thing they do. Okay. So green X is over here. So yeah, so this is orange circle because we know that green X was over here. That was how we originally found out about green X. So there's a green X there, so this is an orange circle. Oh, I could have also just done that by the row, couldn't I? So anyway, so I also know that orange circle is in one of these two cells. So these are from 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 for what it's worth. So orange circle is in one of these two cells. I don't think I know which one yet, based on my current level of knowledge. Let's see. We've used 2 of the evens in this row. Oh, this cell, if it's even, Oh, this cell just is odd. There we go. Okay, this cell isn't 2 because 1 and 3 are gone in the box, and it's not 4, 6, or 8. So this cell is definitely odd, and it's not 1. Okay, so that makes this digit, well, it's not 6. So that makes this digit specifically 4 or 8. And so the point is, which 579 is this? It's orange circle. By magic. I don't think it was magical to chat, but it was magical to me. Okay. Oh, orange circles are not 5s. That's good. By the power of copying. So this isn't a 4 either. So this is an 8. Oh, you figured out that orange circle can't be 1 or 2. Okay, chat was very sophisticated there. It's a little above Zeta's logic level, but I follow. Let's see. Yeah, there's a green X over here somewhere. There's a green X up there somewhere. Oh, I guess this is just a 1, 2, 4 for what it's worth. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple is the point. This is just a 1, 2, 4 because it's what's left in the box. And so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. And so these are from 5, 7, 8, 9, if I just write down what they are. So that's a 5, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So that means that these are now... Uh-oh, this is broken. No, they're not. It's 2, 4, 3, 6. Sorry. And that's not the 3, so that's not the 6, as previously noted. And so there's a 2 or a 4 here, the other 2, 4 over here. Okay, so there's an even digit there, an even digit here. There's an even digit here. I don't quite know all the even digits in this column yet. There's a virtual 3-6 pair here, I suppose I could say. Does this virtual 3-6 pair do anything? Kind of. So if I look at where my 3-6 pairs look into box 7, I know I've got 2 3-6s in there, so that's all of them. There's a 3-6 literally looking across here. So where do the 3-6s go in the box? Well, they can't both go on the white dot. So one of them goes here, and one of them goes on the white dot. And so these are from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I want to sort of write in what that can be, which is everyone's favorite pencil mark. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a 3-6 pair in this row, which I noticed and then immediately forgot. So this isn't 3 or 6. And so then this is 3 or 6. So it is not 2, 4, 5, or 7. I can probably now get rid of my those things. Let's see. So yeah, we've got a 3-6 pair in that row, a 3-6 pair in that row, a 3-6 pair in that row. Maybe we now know where basically all the 3-6s are. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was just debating if we should give 3-6s their own color and chase them through the whole grid. Does that sound fun to people? Let me know. If that sounds fun, we can do it. Let's see. 5, 7, 8, 9. And what else is left in this row? 4? So one of these two cells is a 4. Yeah, I don't hate the sound of ketchup. I know that one of these is an 8. I know that one of these two is an 8. Is there any commonality there? I don't think so. Uh, uh, oh, this is 4 or 8. Let's see. It's not 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, or 3, 6. Ah, yes, this is 4, 8. Thank you. This is 4, 8 purely by finishing the box. Thank you to Daniel. So that's a 4, 8 pair in the row down here, which does tell me that that's not a 4. So that maybe goes there. Yeah. Ah. This can't... Oh, no, this can be an 8. No, sorry, never mind. I was going to say something nonsensical. I do know that these two 4, 8s are the same now. Which means that 4, 8 goes up here somewhere. Could be there. Do I know that's not orange circle? Being informed that this digit is odd, but then that has been retracted. It does see the green 579s, but it could be 1, 2, right? Ah, yes. Okay, yes, yes, yes. The got it. Yes. Right. This cell sees 2 of the 3 579s, but it sees the only 2 of the green 579s that could be 5 because orange isn't. Okay, there we go. I understand the point now. It's definitely a 4 or an 8 on here for whatever that's worth. We can place green circle in box 7. We can easily place green circle in box 7. Perfect. Thank you, Vish. So that is 5 or 7. So this is 4, 6, or 8, and it's not 6. So this is only 4 or 8. Okay, that leaves a smidgen more flexibility than I wish that it did, but hey, we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, these can't be 5. That is very good. Yes, so the one of these two is 5, so these aren't 5. Is very true. Yeah, I was just debating if we need to color 4, 8. Let's see, one of those two is 5. Okay, yeah, here's a somewhat sophisticated point. Where is orange circle in column 3? So if I just rule out the spots that it definitely isn't, I get it down to 2. But Matt Laffey's point is if I put orange circle here, I can no longer put green X in this column at all, because that cell can't be green X. And you can't put green X on a dot with another 579. So that means that orange circle actually has to go here. That's a fairly sophisticated point, but I agree. Okay, and so we do know, yeah, we know there's a green X here. So oh, never mind. Now these two end up here. That doesn't quite do the coloring for me, unfortunately. One of those is a 4. I don't think that helps me. Let's see. Box 7 and 4 cannot be in blue as it doubles up. So, okay. Right. So, yeah. So the point is, now where does orange circle go in box 4? And the answer is it can't go there because that would force it there. So orange circle is in one of these two cells for sure. And so now that means that orange circle down here is here. Which I believe means that orange circle is 7. If I understand my pencil marks correctly. Oops. I did that badly. Oops. Okay. Orange circles are 7, please. There we go. So there's 7. Green circles, therefore, are 5. And orange, sorry. Oh, that's right. And green X's, sorry, that one's a 7. And green X's are 9. Oh, that one's a 5. Okay, and I think we can clean up our... oh, that one is a 9 as well. And I think we can clean these up now. There we go. Okay. And so now we know more about the world. So since this has become a 5, that's probably a 4. These are an 8-9 pair. That's an 8 and a 4. Let's see. These aren't 5-7 anymore. Those are 8-9, which I perhaps already knew. This is... yes, both of these white dots are fillable in. That's a 6 and that's a 4. So that's a 3, and a 3 and a 6. I know the 6 now is therefore there, and that's the 3. So these are a 2-4 pair, but I don't know the order yet. This is an 8 or a 9, but I don't know which one yet. So this is the other 8 or 9, but I don't know which one yet. 3, 6. Corner 3, corner 6. We've got... let's see. This is the other 1-2. So that gives me a 1-2 pair, which makes that a 7. That has become a 3 and a 6. as noted previously, these are now an 8-9 pair. These are now a 1-2 pair. I can probably get rid of that 1 as well. This is also a 1 or a 2, just by the row. I guess this is a 1, 2, 8, or 9. Maybe I should fill in these with Mark. That's probably good, because Mark probably works here. Mark does. So this is a naked single 8. That's the point. So if this is a naked single 8, I think we can fill that in. 8, 7 and 8, 9 and 8 and 2, 9 and 8, 1 and 2, 1 and 9 and 4, 2, 7, 4, 2, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 1 and 2. Oh, sorry, I have to get rid of the orange line, or chat will be sad. There we go. And a 2. Very nice. A little disappointing that you, in an hour-long puzzle, you spend 3 minutes on the Spiral Galaxy part, and then 55 minutes on the Kropke part. But I really enjoyed the Kropke part. The sort of picking that apart was quite interesting. I think 4 stars is probably right. There's nothing like too fancy in there, but there was the really clever observation that Selena made about how these black dots work when they're in sort of a square pattern across the diagonal like that. But yeah, neat puzzle overall. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I'd like to see a version of this where it sort of feeds back and forth more, but it might be quite difficult to design because of the restrictions in terms of the Sudoku are so loose. On the Spiral Galaxy part, it might just not work. Alrighty, I am going to take a quick break, and I'll come back and I will do yet another puzzle of some sort. So stay tuned. See you all in just a moment. And again, please do like the stream if you have not. It will help people find us, and we greatly appreciate new folks, including our new subscriber today. So thank you. So do please give the stream a like. And we'll be back with another puzzle in just a moment. right, welcome back. We are back with the Segmented Yin-Yang Snake by A. Peterson. I don't think I've done an A. Peterson puzzle previously. It's possible that I have. But here we get to draw a region sumline snake. Usually we get to draw a German whisper snake, but a region sumline snake is spicier. So we need to draw a one-cell wide snake of orthogonally connected cells that does not branch or touch itself. The snake must form a single orthogonally connected area. Sorry, the non-snake cells must form a single orthogonally connected area. And no 2x2 region can be entirely snake or entirely non-snake. That's a bunch of very powerful restrictions, it feels like. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. Digits separated by a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio, and digits separated by dots or X's will contain one snake cell and one non-snake cell. So borders divide the snake into segments, each of which have the same sum. So first of all, one of these is a snake cell and one of these is a non-snake cell. Oh, crap, that doesn't mean that. I was going to say that means that's not a snake cell because it would have to do this, but that's not true. Because it could be the end of the snake, but this has got to be relevant. So I don't know which is which yet, but I know that these are either snake cells or non-snake cells in purple. And I know that because it's a yin-yang, there's no checkerboarding. So I know that whichever one it is, that one's going to be yellow. And purple has to connect to purple, so I know that's going to be purple. I guess we have something like this. Yeah, yes, and there's definitely a yellow-purple boundary here, right? Because I know that this is a yellow and a purple, even if I don't know which is which. So if this is the yellow side, then I know all of this is yellow. And if this is the purple side, it's broken, right? So if this went purple-yellow, that's broken because that means that I need to connect this purple to this purple. However, if I do that, then I can no longer connect the yellow to the yellow. So this is a connectivity observation. So it has to be yellow, purple like that. And so I'm going to get purple all the way around like that, and I'm going to get yellow all the way up like that. And because of the no 2x2s, I'm going to be guaranteed that those are yellow. Oh, also this is yellow because of the way dots work. Okay. So if purple is snake, we have found, roughly speaking, the head and the tail of the snake. But I don't think that's very likely. Because of what's going on in box 1. I guess it could come through like that, maybe? Oh, yes. There we go. If purple is the snake, that is the snake, right? Not only would that be the head and the tail, that would be the whole snake, right? That's not good. Yeah, so if purple is snake, this is somehow our snake is in grave danger because part of it has been disconnected. So yellow is snake, which means yellow is blue, because region sublines are typically blue. Hello! I hope you are enjoying your time on your burner account. Okay, so now, because snakes don't branch, I know that these are all purple. Oh, I guess I know this. Oh, no, I don't know that because, again, uh, things. Uh, uh, yes, the corner is purple. That's certainly true. Because, again, the snakes don't branch, famously. Uh, okay, these three are all the same if you look at it. Because so let me just do this in a different color. These two are, say, orange. This one is, say, green. Now, to avoid checkerboards, this one is orange. And so these three are the same color. Well, if orange is purple, then I've created a 2x2 in purple. So orange isn't purple. Orange is yellow. And so green is purple. The things we say around here. Okay, so that means that, and that also means that this is purple, which also means that that's yellow, which means that's also yellow by our thing. So the snake moves like that. So our total is at least 15 as we continue along. Let's see. Can I repeat the same thing over here? I don't think so. Like if that's orange and that's green and that's orange, I don't think that immediately tells me what is what out of that. I think it could go either way. They couldn't be because it's a general yin yang thing, not a snake thing that you can't have a checkerboard. So in any puzzle with yin yang stuff, meaning the like two connected blobs, all you actually need is two connected blobs. If there's two connected blobs, you can't have a checkerboard. Even the 2x2 rule is not necessary for that. Yes, this is purple because no branching, which means this is yellow. Yes, and so this is one of each, and if we do it backwards, it's a checkerboard, is the point. So if I made this yellow, I would make this purple because all the X's work that way. So in fact, this is purple and this is yellow, and we've found one of the ends of the snake. That's purple because checkerboard avoidance. And now the snake isn't done, so now we get to do what Nicholas wanted to do earlier, which is to extend yellow out. Sorry, not that far. We can extend yellow out to here. So we can blue these cells, like that. Oh, I guess I actually know that the sum is a lot more than 15, don't I? Because of these white dots. The sum is assuredly bigger than 15, right? What's the absolute smallest it could be? If this were 1 and 3, then it would be 1, 3. That would be 2, 4. This would be 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, is it at most 17? Because of this pair? I can't make a sum of 17 with this, can I? I don't think I can. Oh, I see, I see. Sorry, I did not minimize this correctly. I see. So yeah, so I can put 1, 2, 3 off the dots and then make these 2, 4, 6 with a 5, 7. Okay, so yeah, so this tells me the sum is of course at most 17 because it's doable in 2 digits. So 17 means that there's a 1, 2, and 3 in here. Because you only have 2 degrees of freedom on 17. Now, I assuredly am not putting the 1 on the dot. And I can't put the 2 on the dot either, or it will break. And I can't put the 3 on this dot. I can maybe put the 3 here. If I don't put the 3 here, actually, can I put the 3 here? If I put the 3 here, then could go here. Oh, sorry. Do I not have a link to the puzzle? Let me get that for you. Nil. There we go. Replace pinned message. If I do put a 3 there, it breaks because then the minimum will be... so in this instance, this will be 3 and 5. We'll have burned the 4 and 6. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 is 18, right? Okay, so I can't actually put the 3 here. So actually, these are a 1, 2, 3 triple. Okay, and so because I need these two to sum to at most 9, and they are, sorry, not at most 9, at most 11, and they're 2 apart, I need the bigger one to be at most 6, right? 7 would be too big. 5 and 7 would already be 12, and that's too big. So these are at most 6. So these are from 4, 5, 6. However, if they are from 4, 5, 6, that and they differ by 2, that means these are 4, 6. And between 4 and 6 goes a 5. And we will bring out Zach for the 5 dance. We don't yet have appropriate safety equipment for Big Zach to do the 5 dance. Boop boop doop. Woo! Ba-doop doop. Wah! Ba-doop doop. Wee! Ba-doop doop. Ba-doop doop. Ba-doop doop. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So this, if you think about it, can only be 3 or 7, but it can't be 3 because the 3 is over there. So now that's 7, 6, and 4. And now these are an 8, 9 pair. Also, the total is 16 for fun. So if the total is 16, that means these are a 7 and a 9, because that's the only way to make 16, which then makes that an 8 and that a 9. But now that can't be a 9. Because that would be an 8 and it can't be. So actually that's a 7 and that's a 9, which makes that an 8 and that a 6. And this is a number that is consecutive with 8 but is not 9. Sorry, is not 7, so this is also a 9. 9 is not the same number as 16, so the snake continues. So we get that. Which is exciting. Okay, so now this sums to 16 plus 6 is 22, plus 16 is 38. So these 3 cells sum to 7, so they have to be 1, 2, 4. Did I do that math right? Someone will verify for me that I have done the math correctly. So therefore these are 3, 5, 8. That one's not an 8. That one's not a 3. And therefore these are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 1, 2, 6, 7. Right, okay. And these can't be 1, 2, so these have to be 6, 7. In order to possibly make that work, which means that's not a 6 or a 7, it's a 1 or a 2. Yeah, so for column 2, we can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, 9. See, awfully hard to put an 8 or a 9 here, because like 8 plus 6 is already 14. Yeah, that doesn't work. 8 plus 6 is already 14, and these two certainly sum to at least 3. That's at least 17, but the sum is 16. So that's definitely a 3. We can also pencil mark this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so can I possibly have this cell be yellow is the question. Because if this cell is yellow, now this sums to a minimum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6, which is 16, annoyingly. So it probably is that, but who knows? Let's see. Is it possible to make these add to 16? Maybe I should ask the converse question. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 7 plus 2. Yeah, so these can add. So I can make these add to 16, or I can take that cell and make them add to 16. I think both are possible. Okay. I don't think I know that these don't add to 17, although I think I could very painfully prove that you can't make the geometry work to have this be the tail of the snake. And yes, if this is purple, we create two tails of the snake, but we already have one. So if just to show you this is a clever point. If this is purple, then this is imposter yellow. We've got yellow over there, but now we've got yellow over here. I mean, I guess even we've got purple here. That's not how I saw it. It does create a checkerboard, but the way I actually saw it was that I've now got 3 tails of the snake, which I'm not allowed to do. So anyway, regardless of how you see it, this cell therefore cannot be purple. So this cell is yellow and that cell is purple. And I really do think oh yeah, I can't make this cell purple, because if this cell is purple, then I do the same thing. I create 2 tails of the snake, which doesn't work. So this is not purple, it is yellow. So this is purple. So we can extend our thing over here. It's still possible that this is 7, 9. No mutant snakes, indeed. So you're saying if this is yellow and this is yellow, then I have a 1 cell visit to box 2, which I'm not allowed to do. Yeah, if this is yellow, that's not yellow. So this is yellow, and now this is a 1 cell visit. So that doesn't work. This is not at all what Selena is saying, but I think it works just as well. So that is purple and that is yellow. So that's purple to avoid a checkerboard. Okay. This cannot be a 7-9 pair because this cell's on a black dot. So I need to extend the snake at least that far. And then do that. I see Vish agrees, which is always good. This cannot be a 7-9 pair, so the snake has to extend. Also, that's purple, and that's yellow. So snake extends to there, which makes that yellow. Okay, now if this is purple, I have 3 ends of the snake again, so we don't do that. Okay, these are both purple by virtue of snakicity. So, oh no, not quite. Oh, that's a good spot from multiple people in chat. We know the sum is 16, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Those aren't 6. And now we know the 7, 9 have to go somewhere in the box that's not there. So therefore, these are a 7, 9, and we actually even know the order. And now these are a 5 and an 8. And now that bounces back and tells me that that is a 3, a 5, and an 8. Like that. So that is not a 3. So these are the remainder of 1, 2, 4, and 6, I suppose. Let's see. Okay, well, I was trying to debate if I knew anything about these dots in that case. Okay, so this cell's certainly not 7, 9. These cells certainly aren't 7 or 9. Where are 7 and 9 going in column 7? And I think the answer to where 7 and 9 are going in column 7 is that one of them has to go here, and one of them has to go here, but it's certainly not the 9. So that has to be the 7 and the 6 and the 3. And we actually know now the 9 is here along with the 8. So those aren't 6. That one's not 3. This is a 1, 2, 4. Okay, so now this is assuredly from 1, 2, 4, which gives us a triple and makes that a 3, and that's not a 2 anymore. Yes, excellent. Again, Vish has said the same thing I said, which is, again, very reassuring. So that's a 5. Over here, okay, so there's a 5 somewhere in here, I suppose. There's a 9 over here somewhere, I suppose. Let's see. Let's see. I see the point. This is a 3-star puzzle. I'm trying not to use anything sophisticated about snake geometry if I can avoid it. Like, it's a point I said a long time ago, but I've been just trying to not do it if I don't have to. Let's see. So oh, there is a 7 in here. Okay, there is a 7 in this sum. Okay, so there's a 7 and there's an 8 or a 9. So if there's a 7 and an 8, oh, there has to be a 7 and an 8, because then the thing that leaves it with is 1. Okay, sorry. In my head, I keep confusing 17 and 18 in my head, but the sum is actually, sorry, 16 and 17. You can tell how confused I am. But that's 16, so that's a 1. These are a 2, 4. Let's see. What else can we say? That's not a 1. Okay, so So yeah, so 9 up here. Isn't quite forced into there, but it's getting close. Let's see, what's left in this row? Let's do that. So not 5 is the answer. So 2, 4, 6. And what is left in this box, out of curiosity? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I don't know that I have an immediate thing I could do with that. Am I supposed to prove that one of these has to be from 1, 2, 3, 4? Because that sounds like the sort of thing I would do. If neither of these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, then they're a minimum of 5, 7, which would be a minimum of 12. That's not immediately problematic. I'm being encouraged to look at where 8 and 9 go in this box. So 9 in particular goes in here. And so 8, therefore, can't go on the snake because 8 plus 9 is already too big. So 8, therefore, goes there. That is good. And so now this is 3, 7. And the 7 can't go on the side with the 9. So that is 1 and 7. That is a 2, a 1, and a 3. So that is a 2. Let's see. That is a 6 over there. So let's see. No 6, no 3. Go over there. Okay, so these two now need to add to 13. And they can't be 6, 7, or 5, 8, so they have to be 4, 9. Oh, I guess they have to add to 13, and one of them is 9. That would have been the easier way to do that. But we don't do things the easy way around here at Zeta Enterprises. So let's see. So we've got a 2 there. We've got a naked single something here, which is a 5. We've got a triple down here, which does not have a 4 in it. None of those are 2. Let's see. Okay, so is there a combination of these that adds to 11? There are multiple combinations of these that add to 11. Is there a combination that includes these, though? That would be a minimum of 5 if I include these two. Yeah, it would be 1, 4, 2, 3, 6 would work. Sad but true. Oh, there's a 2, 4 pair here. Looking down, making that a 3 and a 4. Let's see. So we can go ahead and fill these in. So let's see. So there's no 2s or 4s over here. Okay, so I certainly am not using both 8 and 9 here. But at a minimum, this is 11. Oh, but 11 doesn't work. So I need to use n 8 or 9 here, if you like. And so if I look at this, if I don't use an 8 or a 9, then it needs to be 5 plus 6 plus 5. That's not going to work. So I use an 8 or a 9. And so, yeah, I need to use an 8 or a 9, and they need to be the same parity, Vish points out. So it's either 5, 9 or 6, 8. So it's always 14. So this is always a 2. That's a very cute way to think about it. I appreciate that. I would not have thought about that immediately. 5, 9 or 6, 8. Yep. So we've got that. Let's see. We know there's an 8 up here somewhere. We know there's a 2 over here somewhere. Yeah, I know one of those is an 8 for sure. Yeah, it makes this 6 or 9 for sure, because definitely one of these is 5 or 8. So that is a 6 or a 9. We've almost got our 6, 7, 8, 9s all sort of like lined up in a row. What can this cell be? Only 1, 2, or 4, funnily enough. So that means that these two are just a pair, since they're not 1, 2, or 4. Oops, sorry. These are a 5, 7 pair. So if these connect, it has to be 9 to 4. Sorry, 9 to 5. If these two connect, it needs to be 9, 6, 1. Which is just not going to do anything. Oh, this is never 4. That is a fair point, is that, yeah, if this is 9 plus 4, then the thing I need to add to it needs to be a 3, and that's just not happening because the 3 in the box is already gone. So this is a 2, 6 pair. And I always use the 2, right? Because I either go 2 this way. No, sorry. I used a 6 and a 1 if I went that way. Was the way that ended up working. Let's see. Okay, I guess I know the snake always needs to visit this box because otherwise we have a 2x2 of purple. So the snake needs to visit one of these two cells. For sure. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out like what the least hideous way of arguing this is. Yeah, and one of these two as well. Yeah, the one of these two, one of these two. So if that's purple, I think that breaks immediately. Because if that's purple, I create too many ends. Because remember, there's one end down here. If this cell is purple, then I create an end over here. But also, I have to have an end over here because otherwise I create a 2x2. So this cell is always yellow. I am willing to use. Now, does that do anything? I don't know. Okay, let's see. If that's purple... What I'm trying not to use, because I don't think there's a nice way to prove it, is that one of these two is always an end. Which is the thing that I think is intuitively clear, but that I don't think I really want to attempt to argue is true. But I believe row 3 column 5 is always yellow. Let's see if this is if this is purple, then that's yellow. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. If the snake looks like this. See, this is why I try to avoid having this is why I try and avoid using these sorts of connectivity arguments. Because I can convince myself of things that then end up not being true. But even if they are true, then it ends up being pretty painful to do. Yeah, that's another one of those sort of like really messy things of like, if this is purple, then you can sort of see that you've got to connect these in some way that doesn't actually work because it misses the row 2 column 5 yellow cell. I'm just trying to find the nicest possible way to sort of wrap this up. So I suspect there probably is one, given how kind-hearted the thing has been so far. Row 2, column 3 extends. Ah, yeah, okay, it extends there or it extends there, right? Okay, so yeah, so this is always pink. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, this can't be the end, because if this is the end, then that's also the end. And so one of these is yellow, and whichever one of them is yellow immediately connects to its friends, and so then that ends up being purple for sure. I like that. Uh, uh, so yeah, we need to enter here from one side or the other, or both. Uh, let's see. But once you enter, you don't need to leave, unless you know something about the ends, which we don't know anything about the ends, I don't think. Uh, uh, without sort of like carefully nailing down exactly what we want to say about the ends. Uh, okay, I think I believe the claim that this has to be this has to be yellow. If this is purple, then we have a problem with this particular piece of the snake. Because if this is purple, now the snake has had to connect around here. Wait, no, never mind. Sorry, never mind. I don't see it anymore. Uh, uh, okay, I do believe that. Okay, so Nicholas has a good way to say it, which is that if this is yellow, then now this is purple, so that's the other end. So if this is yellow, it has to keep going. So if this is yellow, it does have to continue, and otherwise this isn't yellow, in which case this is. Okay, that's a pretty clean argument. So now one of these two is finally the end. Because I can't make this come to a T. Oh, sorry, that's not true, because this can go down there and then this can connect over. Never mind. I thought we were getting somewhere. I do know that this is going to be a 3-cell sum for whatever it's worth. I know these can't both be yellow, so one of them is yellow. But yeah, okay, what happens if this is purple? Okay. Selena has the elegant way to say it, which is one of these three things is the end. There we go. I was trying to say it with two, but that doesn't work. But I can say it with three. One of these three is the end. If these all continue, well, basically, I guess I could even say one of these two is the end, because if they both continue, I get a T. So maybe that's even sort of following on Selena. Maybe that's even an easier way. One of these two is the end, or I get a T. And so since one of these two is the end and that's the end, those are all the ends. So this isn't an end, so it continues. So therefore, that's purple. This isn't an end, so it continues. And now we get a thing. Okay, we got there. We got there, I think, on sort of arguing this in a way that wasn't too messy. There's one step that maybe was like a little like, oh, if you do this, then it disconnects this, and then it does this sort of thing, but nothing too bad. Okay. So now we've got our whole snake. So we know these sum to 16. Oh, right. Sorry. The huge thing was this. that was the huge thing. Sorry. Box 1 snake stuff is what's going on. Because now the box 1 sum has to be the only way to make 16 in 5 cells, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So that is a 7. There we go, because now the snake, again, does that and that. Okay. So we've got all of that, and so this is a 5. That is not a 5 anymore. Okay. So these two sum to a minimum of 6, so this sums to a maximum of 10. Got it. 7 is in one of these two cells. There we go. Okay, so 7 is in one of these two cells by Sudoku, so the other two digits need to sum to 9. So in particular, there's no 2 on it, I suppose. Although I guess I already knew there was no 2 on it. So it could be 1 and 8. It could be 3 and 6. Or it could be... Oh, there's no 3 on it, actually. Just by Sudoku. So it's not 3, 6. So it could be 1, 8, or 4, 5. Okay, and that one's not an 8. That one's not a 7. So funnily enough, I get a virtual 1... Oh, no, that's not even true. Oh, is this 1, 4? Just by marking? Okay, so you get a 1, 4 pair. Okay, yeah. Not a big fan of how this ended. This is a 1 or a 4. Or sorry, these aren't 1, 4. And so that's not a 1. So we get that. Okay, so now that we have that, remember that this is either a 1 or a 4. So that one's not a 1 either. So that one is a 1, if we look at it, just by Sudoku. Oh, and that's a 3 by Sudoku. Okay, these two are summing to 14 still. Yeah, we've got a 5, 8 and a 6, 9. Sure we do. Let's see. But now we've got a 5, 7, 8 triple Heliopolis C. So that's a 9. That's a 6. And so it is 9 plus, so we've got 2 plus 9 is 11 plus 5, 8 and 5, 8 there. And I think we can mark the rest of this now. Okay. 5, 7 pair now. Yes, the 5, 7 pair is 12, so that needs to be a 4, or the sum's not going to work. So 1, 1, and 4, 6, 9, 8, 9, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, 2, 4. Let's see, that's a 2 and a 4. That's a 1 and a 2 and a 4. Okay, so that's a 1. Okay, so annoyingly, that's still possible, and that's still possible. Oh, but it won't still be possible once I fill in that. There we go. Okay, so now the snake finally can't go up. It has to go down. Okay. See, I told you one of these was the end. There we go. Okay, so that is a 6 and a 1. And funnily enough, we get to resolve this with this deadly pattern. That's delightful. Let's see. Okay, so that is 11, 5, 7, and 5. I really enjoyed that, except for the very end. But I'm really impressed with the setting here. This is definitely the first puzzle by A. Peterson that I have done, and I hope to do more, because this is an impressive... I have no idea how long A. Peterson has been setting, but this is definitely an impressive first puzzle for me to have done by them. Like a little bit of fiddliness there at the end, but other than that, like this was super nice throughout, and I really enjoyed. Like I'm actually honestly surprised you can make a yin yang snake of this variety. Uh, but very cool use of all of this, and the fact that it was a deadly pattern resolved at the end by the region sumline thing, like is all very nice. Uh, Alrighty, I'm going to take a quick break and come back with something shorter. So see you all in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back. See, Garion believes I may have made that last puzzle a bit more complicated in the end than it needed to be by trying to make it not complicated. That's possible. I'm always very afraid of like making someone's puzzle look bad by doing a convoluted deduction when there's a clean, nice one. Also, I just enjoy the clean, nice deductions better than the convoluted ones. So I'm at least willing to work for it, but it is certainly like there are definitely times when I look for something and then I'm not super happy with what I find and I wish I hadn't looked. But I find a lot of the times, at least the setters that I tend to like and tend to come back to tend to be the ones where I feel rewarded when I look for something nice, and then there is eventually a nice way to do it that I like. The setters whose puzzles I tend to come back to less are the ones where I look at something and I'm like, this looks pretty gross. I want to find a nice way around it. And then I never find one, or they tell me later, like, oh no, that gross thing is exactly what I intended. That tends to be not what it is, or not sort of my style. Let's see. But we get here to do a James Sinclair puzzle. This is the first Fog of War puzzle I've done in who knows how long. I have not done a fog of war puzzle in a very long time on stream, I think. But I should also say again, please do take a second to like the stream if you have not yet liked the stream. We greatly appreciate the work around here. It helps keep the lights on. We have, as I mentioned, been getting fewer viewers lately, which I think is just a reflection of YouTube algorithm stuff. But if you help us push back against the YouTube algorithm by hitting the like button, it will be greatly appreciated. So thank you for taking a moment to do that. All right, so we have our Fog of War puzzle. So we need to correctly place digits. I enjoy the directions and encouraging me to correctly place digits. The grid contains exactly 15 cages that do not overlap and each occupy 2 or more cells. Digits cannot repeat in a cage, and not all cage sums are given, but sums that are given are located in the top leftmost corner in the highest row reached by the cage. 2 cages of the same size cannot have the same sum, regardless of whether either cage's sum is given. Okay. Digits in cells with a shaded circle must be odd. 2 to 1 have a ratio of 1 to 2. Okay, so these must have sizes 2, 3, and 4 at least. I can sort of mentally draw in that we have these. Because 2, 3, and 4 are the only sizes that your 15 cages can have. And now green can't grow, because if green grows... Oh, sorry, that's not true. Sorry, I was going to say something that was wrong. Purple can't grow, because if purple grows... then these all need to have sizes 2, 3, and 4 are the only sizes that fit because of purple, and that doesn't work. Oh, 2, 3, and 4 is 9, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. They can be 2, 3, and 4. You're right. Purple can grow and be the 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Purple can grow and be the 5. I was somehow in my mind 2, 3, 4 added up to 10 for this brief moment in time. Okay, I do think it's true that purple can't take this cell, actually, because I think if purple took this cell, I would be able to see the cage boundary, right? Or no, the cage boundary would be on that side of the fog. Sorry, I have to think about how fog works. Okay, so Vish is thinking about which of these can be of size 5. So if red is size 5, that immediately makes 2 cages of size 2. That doesn't work. If yellow is of size 5, we get a 2, a 3, and then purple has to be of size 4. I don't see why yellow can't be of size 5. Oh, it's because of how 45 works, isn't it? Because green can't leave the box. Because if green leaves the box, then the sum of the digits... Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so the cages sum to 15. If green leaves the box like this, I think that's a problem, because now the cages sum to 45, these 3 cages, I mean, and the box sums to 45, and I can't do this, because that would have 2 size 2 cages, but I can't do that either, because now I've got a repeat digit, because in order to make the sums both 45, these two would have to be the same. And green assuredly can't take that cell, because I would definitely see that in the fog. Even if I'm unsure exactly how cages and fog work, I'm sure I would see that. So the only other option is that green does this, but that breaks the 45 rule too. So green can't be a 5-cell sum. And yellow being a 5-cell sum has the same issue, that it forces 2-cell cages. So yeah, so purple is the 5-cell sum, is the answer. And so these are a 2, 3, and 4-cell sum. So I guess I know that yellow is the 2-cell cage then. Because these are going to take 9 cells total. Oh, yellow could be 4, right? Yellow can't be 3 is the thing. Yellow is 2 or 4. I do agree with Garian's assessment that this digit's always 2 or 4 by virtue of being in these things, and it needs to appear in purple. So the only way this works is if purple goes straight across like that. Because I'm 100% certain this is not in purple. So purple, yeah, purple has to go across here in order to get that 2-4. So that 2-4 is the same as that 2-4, and we can catch up them. And so this is certainly not an 8. So this is a 1 or a 2. And these are, I know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this needs to not be a 2 or a 4. Oh yeah, sorry, this can be a 4. But this needs to not be a 2 or a 4. So this needs to be an 8, right? Because if I make this 1, 2, or 4, that's 2 digits. So this has to be an 8. I am quite confident. Because if this isn't an 8, then it's a digit that needs to go in the 15 cage. Okay, James agrees with me, and we can bring out Zach for the 8 dance. Ba-boop-a-doop. Woo! Ba-boop-a-doop. Wah! Ba-doop-a-doop. Whee! Ba-doop. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So we have our purple cage, and so therefore those are both 4s. Zach fell down. I must rescue Zach. One moment. Zach, come back. Come back. He likes to watch off to the side. He does not like being on the floor. Hey, Isabella, how are you doing? Let's see. Okay, so these are that. And this cell does not, or this cage does not sum to 15, I must recall. Okay, one of these is a 4. Do I know that this black dot is 3, 6 is the question. Oh, I know that this cell's a 2. I should surely fill that in. Yes, I do know that this is 3, 6 is the answer. Because now I have a 2 and a 4 here. Once I fill in the 2, that helps a lot, doesn't it? So that's the 3 over there. Like that. So this is a 2 or a 5 of unknown origin. These are a triple now of 2, 3, 4. These are a 7, 8, 9 triple. Running across here. There's a thing up there. What is left in this box? That does mean the 2-cell sum is 6, 9. Right. Because the 7 and 8 aren't in the same cage. And so that 6 is up here, which now places a 6 there. which now tells me that green is the 4-cell sum, yellow is the 2-cell sum, and red is the 3-cell sum. So that is 6 and 9. That is very cool. Okay, I enjoyed that. Let's see. This is an 8 and a 9 because it's a 2-cell 17 cage, and we know the order. Let's see. Do I know how these work? Maybe, probably not. Let's see. What if I'm not allowed to use 6 or 9? And I'm only allowed to use one of 7 and 8. It looks like there's a jillion options, give or take. Oh, this is a 17 cage without 8 or 9. And so I had not appreciated the 17 clue there. I was still stuck on, so this 2-cell cage cancel is 17. Yeah, so this is only 4, 6, 7 because it doesn't have an 8 or a 9 in it. Okay, and this is not a 7. This can be 2, 3, or 8. Oh, not 8 because there's an 8 in the box, apparently. These are a pair, that's right, of 7 and 9. So this is going to disambiguate the deadly pattern in a way that is going to be hilarious. That is my prediction as to what is going to happen in this puzzle. Let's see, this 2, 3 is over here, so that's not a huge surprise. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's hilarious. Yeah, 8 can't go here because 8 plus 7 is 15, and I've done that, and 8 plus 9 is 17, and I've done that. That is gorgeous. So that's a 2. Okay, so this is assuredly a 3-cell cage. Oops, so that means that is that. Oh, well, this isn't a 1 because the 2 in the box is already there. So this is a 3, 4, 5. Well, it's not a 5 either. Okay, so this is a 1, 3, 4 cage is what I am learning about this. So this, I had to make this yellow. So this is a 1 or 3. It's not a 4 by Sudoku. So this is a 6 or an 8, by the way. Oh, 3, 6 breaks the 8 cage, doesn't it? Because if this is 3 and this is 6, then oh yeah, then it doesn't even break the 8 cage. If this is 3, 6, it just breaks that cell being 3, 6. Okay, this is 4 and 8. Okay, so this is 1, 3. That is a 6 and a 7 and a 4. And that's a 3 by virtue of being on a dot there. This is a 1 or 5. Let's see. We've got left in the box a 1, a 5, and a something. And a 2. Well, that's not a 5 again. So this is a 1, 2, or 4. Okay. So there's a 4 exactly here, just by Sudoku. So these two need to sum to 11. So that is a 1 or a 2. These two need to sum to 11, so they can be... Oh, they can't be 7, 4. So they have to be 8, 3, which makes that a 7. And these are the other ones. 1, 2, and 5. Please join me in welcoming 1, 2, and 5 into the puzzle. Let's see. Oh, and this is also a 1, 2, or a 5, but it's not a 1 because of the 1, 3 pair. So this is only a 2 or a 5, which means that's a 1 by the row. So now these digits are not 5, and not 2 either. 1, 7, and 9. That one's not a 1. It's a 7 or a 9. This digit assuredly isn't a 2, for what it's worth. Yes, this is a 1-2 pair. That makes that a 5. That's true, which makes that a 1 and a 2 and a 1. So these two need to sum to 14, and they're not 6, 8, so these are 5, 9, and we know the order. Very good. Let's see. These are a pair of something and something. 6 and 7. And I might as well fill in all of these as well while we're at it. 2, 8, 3, 4. Let's see. This is at least a 3-cell 17 cage. So it's either a 5-cell 17 cage or a 3-cell 17 cage, I guess, are the options. Oh, I've used a 3-cell. Okay, so this is a 5-cell 17 cage because I've already used the other sizes. Yeah, we've already got a 3-cell 17 cage. I had forgotten about its existence entirely. Okay, yeah, and so 5-cell 17 cage, there are two options, which are 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I think this is 5, 6, or 7. And so that means that this digit, it's not 1, 2, or 3. So this is 4, 5, or 6, I think. Right. And we have this this rule that I dislike, not because of James doing it. It's accepted, and I understand people doing it, but I always cringe at the total is at the topmost leftmost cell because it's so unintuitive. But yeah, so this cage can't take that cell because then the total would be up there or something. Okay, so that cell can't be there because it's always got a 1, 2, and 3 in it. So so that's green, and it is a 1, 2, or 3. The 2 can't go there? Oh, sorry, the 2 has to go there. Never mind. Sorry, the 2 in this cage. Oh wait, the 2 could go there, couldn't it? How do I know which of these is the 2? If this was a 2, this would be 4, 8. Is that a problem? Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about the universe where I actually know what the cage is. Yes. So yeah, so the cage can only take stuff that I can see, so it has to take those two. Right. And so that is indeed the only place the 2 can go. Okay, so this is a 4 or 6. Okay, there's another 1, 3 in this row somewhere. Oh, in fact, actually, I know that these are a 1, 3. Oh, odd, not even. Sorry. It's still true that these are a 1, 3, though. And this is a 5. While I am filling in the correct parity, because a circle has an odd number of sides, because infinity is famously known to be odd, I suppose. Actually, I usually think of a circle as having one side, but people disagree about this. These are 8 and 9, and I know the order. That isn't a 9. That's the 5 for the row by Sudoku. So that is a 2 and a 6 and a 3 and a 5. I don't have a 14 cage or a 12 cage yet, so I don't know which one that is, but I suspect I will soon. These are 6, 7, and I know the order. These are 4 and 9, and I know the order. And this digit is a thing. It is a 7. So that is a 1. That's a 7 and a 9. Okay, so now I can't repeat 14 in a 2-cell cage. These are a 1-2 pair. So that's a 2 and a 1 now. I'm being told that this is now a naked single. I'm going to just pencil mark these real quick. Okay, so yeah, so this can only be 3 or 7, and it can't be 7 because we already have a 2-cell 15 cage. So this is a 3. Okay, we will fill in the octopus up here. So this is a 9. This is an 8. So that's a 7. That is a 9 and a 1. Let's see. These are not 7 or 9. These are not 8. That's not 7. Let's see. There's definitely a 7 in this cage. Let's see. What am I missing? I mean, I can guess by uniqueness what this is going to do, but I can't use it yet. Wait, is this cage somehow useful? Because this is 7 plus 4 or 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6. Oh, it's because the grid contains 15 cages. Oh, Lord. Yeah, right. The grid contains 15 cages. And occupy 2 or more cells. And so the point is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I didn't get anywhere near 15 cages. Let's see, that's a 7 and a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so the so this is a cage. Very strange. To have the puzzle end that way, but I suppose whatever works. So yeah, it can't be a 10 cage, and it can't be an 11 cage. So this can't be a 4. Because if this were a 4, it would either repeat the 11 or the 10. So this is a 3. Very good eyes for going back and reading the rules, by the way, and seeing what was happening. This can't be a 10 again, so this is a 6. 4, 6, 5, 4, 7. And now I've got to make this not add to 15. So this can't be a 2. That has to be an 8 and a 2 and a 2 and an 8. Very cute. I'm really curious. Perhaps James will tell me. I'm curious as a setter if James liked the end of the going back to there's exactly 15 cages, which I could see, or was very frustrated that there was no nice way to resolve it at the end, and then did it. Because I could see it either way. Yeah, Jack says they enjoyed it. I found it I had written it down on a piece of paper next to me because I was sure I was going to forget. Yeah, I mean, it was a very cute ending. Like, it's always nice when you could come up with some way to resolve the puzzle at the end that sort of feels on theme. And given that the title is 15 cages and it says it in the text, I mean, granted, I completely forgot. It entered my brain consciousness and then left almost immediately. Like probably within seconds, it was completely gone that I'd ever said it. But it's not as though it's not stated clearly in both the title and the rules. But the fact, yeah, I guess the fact that the title is 15 cages sort of like makes you think, yes, but there's some 15 cages visible at the start. But yeah, anyway, it's cute as an ending. I'm curious about James's thing. But anyway, I quite enjoyed this puzzle. This was a fun. I really like the idea of the rule set of, okay, you've got these cages that you've got to fill in. I kind of want a version of this without Fog of War, where you just give the totals or a question mark, and then figure it out from there. Because you should be able to, right? If you just gave totals or a question mark, you could assuredly make a version of this without Fog of War, where you could look at it more globally. Yeah, I've definitely seen some puzzles like vaguely in that thing. Because my brain had sort of switched to that mode when we were in box 5, and I was wondering why this couldn't be the 2 and the 17 cage. My brain had just sort of gotten to sort of drawing these things in. I realized I didn't color my cages very well. We'll go back and give the cages an appropriate color so that they feel like so that they feel seen for the individuals that they are. Let's see. And red. Sinclair puzzles are great. Sinclair, I feel like, is like very much in the sort of like Cloverian school of Sudoku setting. I think. Oh no, I missed a cage. Oh yes, I did miss one. Oh no, I did not make that cage feel seen for the individual that it is. But now we have rectified it. Thank you, chat, for doing that. I guess the last cage did not need a given total. Yeah, I wonder why the total is given. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because we saw that the only thing it could possibly sum to was 9. I wonder how many comments James got saying you couldn't solve it without guessing at the end because of the 9 cage or something like that. I guess it seems to me like it would be like, especially in a Fog of War puzzle, it would be really tempting to feel like if you missed the 15 cages thing, that it would feel like you might be tempted to think like, oh, the setter must have made a mistake or whatever. Anyway, a huge thank you to everyone for hanging out today. Again, do please, and I'm imploring more than usual, do please hit the like button to help people find the stream, because it's sort of I don't know, it's sort of a like spiraling feedback loop. There we go. Like if people don't hit the like button, then people don't find the stream, and then then people aren't there to hit the like button, and the YouTube gods are just there to get like button hits. So if you press it now, it will help the future of the stream. So thank you very much to everyone for hanging out. And big thank you to everyone who supports the stream, and welcome to our newest subscriber, Tim. I will do the puzzle that they asked about, a specific Math Pesto puzzle done with Paltreon that I had not done, which is a combo of setters that I am very happy to do, one of whom may be guesting on stream soon. Spoilers. So I will do that puzzle soon, I suspect. And thank you to everyone who supports the stream financially as well. All the people who get seen on the thing. You got to enjoy watching your names go by at extra fast speed today. If you saw at the beginning for whatever random reason, because Tristan wasn't around to scare it, I suppose. The supporter screen was going by at an absolutely obscene speed. Was the music playing at a fast speed? Now I'm curious about that, because I didn't actually listen to it. I just saw it sort of seeming to scroll by at some ridiculous pace. because I can only imagine what Celeste music at 32x speed would sound like. But anyway, thank you all. And last but not least, speaking of Nell, last but not least, thank you to the Turbines, Daniel, David, Franco, Nell, Nordy, and Plonktime. Huge thank you to all of you. I'll see you all again real soon. I'll be streaming again on Sunday. So thanks to everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.